Good day to our course instructor in Math Major 3112 Principles and Strategies in Teaching Mathematics, Ms. Shalene Jean Riveche. I am Lovejoy M. Carupo, and with me are Ms. Judy Ann Sakis and Ms. Jane Garrido. Today, we will talk about reflective learning. So sit back, relax, and listen carefully. I know you already have an idea what is reflective learning, but we have to dig deeper on what is this all about. So, what is reflective learning? It is a process of internally examining and exploring ideas or issues which are triggered by an experience. It creates and clarifies meaning and leads to a change of perspective. It is central to experiential learning. So, reflective learning is a process. It is a process because it is structured in the sense that reflective learning doesn't come right after students receive information based on what they have experienced. So, you cannot reflect on something without experiencing a certain event or activity. Booth and others, 1985, suggests that structured reflection is the key to learning from experience, and that reflection as such can be a very challenging part of the learning process. If you remember what I've said earlier, that reflective learning follows a certain process. And it is very challenging part of the learning process because we have diverse students in the classroom, and these students have different learning styles. So using reflective learning as your method in the teaching process, then you are reinforcing deeper learning. According to Biggs 1999 in King 2002, reflection is indicative of deep learning, and where teaching and learning activities such as reflection are missing, only surface learning can result. So, you as a teacher must reinforce reflective learning in your teaching and learning activities. Why? Because your students could be learning from your lessons, but only surface learning. So it is better to have reflection activities so you will assess your students if they understand your lessons very well. Another idea about reflective learning is from Branch and Pernhappet 2002. According to them, reflection leads to growth of the individual, morally, personally, psychologically, and emotionally, as well as cognitively. So, if people know how to reflect based on what they have experienced, then this can lead to their holistic growth.
So next, let's tackle about the school provides experiences. First, every activity is a potential learning experience. Like when you're doing group works in class, you learn teamwork and communication skills. So for example, joining a school club like debate or sports is a learning experience. So the second is that some experiences are more powerful. So like giving a presentation in front of the class, it's a big deal and you can learn a lot about confidence in public speaking. For example, a big exam can be a powerful learning experience about managing stress and studying effectively. The third is reflection helps with achievement and self-concept. Like after a project, you think about what went well and what didn't. This helps you do better next time and understand yourself more. For example, reflecting on your grades and performance helps you set better goals for yourself. So next, let's talk about the models of reflection. Learning through reflection is more powerful if there is a structured process to guide the learners. The Gibbs reflective cycle is a structured model for learning from experiences. Developed by Graham Gibbs in 1988, the cycle encourages critical thinking and reflection to turn both positive and negative experiences into professional and personal growth. It is widely used in field of education. So the Gibbs reflective cycle is a model nga makatabang nato makalearn sa atuang experiences. According to Graham Gibbs in 1988, he said it's used a lot in education. The idea is that when you reflect on what happened, whether it was good or bad, you can turn those experiences into something that helps you grow both personally and professionally. By thinking critically about what you've been through, you can learn more effectively. So that's all.
So next is the give reflective learning cycle. So they have six reflective learning cycles. So first is description, second feeling, third evaluation, fourth analysis, fifth conclusion, and lastly is action plan. So first is description, what happened, which is mag-describe siya sa experience or like tell story if unsa nahitabo and also unsa nga situation sa story. So next is feeling. So feelings is what were you thinking and feeling. So which is exploring thoughts and emotion about the experience if happy ba or stressed or confused sa story. Third is evaluation. What was good and bad about the experience. So, diri, mag-evaluate ta sa kung asa dapit nga part ang positive or negative sa story. Fourth is, what sense can you make of this situation? This is trying to figure out kung unsa gyud ang nahitabo sa story like magunaw na gid kaan na. For in short na lang which is mag-analyze sa mga different situations sa story. So fifth is conclusion. What else could you have done? Like thinking about other ways you could handle this action plan. If it arose again, what could you do? So this action plan is like plan for future similar situation. So by going this reflective learning, step by step, we can learn by our experiences, and maybe we can do better next time. In conclusion, reflective learning is important in education because it shapes education from passive recipients to active participants in their learning. Incorporating reflective learning into mathematics emphasizes studying over rote memorization, helping students overcome challenges and build confidence. By consciously analyzing their thoughts and cleaning process, students can improve their mathematical skills and apply concept to real-world situations. So reflective learning is a way of learning where students think about what they learn, how they learn it, and how they can use it in real life. Instead of just memorizing stuff, students understand things more deeply. This helps them to overcome challenges and build confidence.
Now that we are done with our discussion, let us practice making a reflection paper. We have here a reflective learning activity. You can try answering this at home. Okay, choose one of the following experiences from your life as a mathematics student. Your most successful moment, your most embarrassing moment, your most exciting moment, and your most disappointing moment. Once you have picked your experience, make sure you are willing to share it to your friends, to your family, or to your classmates. Write your reflection paper based on Gibbs' reflective learning cycle. In Gibbs' reflective learning cycle, he mentioned 6 processes, and this could be your guide questions in making your reflection paper or if you are reflecting on something. First is description. You will ask, what happened? Or in your activity, you can ask what activity or event was involved. Examples, a specific exam, group project, competition, or presentation. Number 2, feelings. What were you thinking and feeling at that moment? Or what were your immediate thoughts and feelings when the moment occurred? Third, evaluation. What was good and bad about the experience? Or how did this moment influence your life as mathematics student? Was there a good and bad experience? Fourth, analysis. What sense can you make out of the situation? Or what is the single most important lesson this moment taught you about yourself, specifically as a learner of mathematics? Fifth, conclusion. What else could you have done? Or if you could go back to that moment, what else could you have done? Sixth, action plan. If it arose again, what could you do? Or if it happens again, would you do the same thing or you would do it differently? If so, how? That's it for our topic, reflective learning. Thank you for your time and we hope you have learned something from today's discussion.